My name is Arthur Keiser. I'm Chancellor of Keiser University and owner of Southeastern Colleges/Institutes. Keiser University, made up of 19 campuses throughout Florida, a campus in Shanghai, China, a campus in San Marcos, Nicaragua, and a learning center in Eastern Europe. All total, we have over 104 different programs. We offer programs from a certificate, associate, bachelor's, master's, and doctoral programs.
What makes you passionate about the private career college education sector?
It's all about the students. It's hard to believe that 40 years ago, my mom and I started a small private career school here in Fort Lauderdale. During our time of setting up the institution, I was able to recruit one student, and she came to class late, and she came up to my mom and said, Mrs. Keiser, I hope you don't mind. I hope the rest of the class doesn't mind that I'm late. And my mom looked at her and said, you are the class. In fact, she was the school. But from that day on, I determined that our job, that serving students, was what it was all about. And the private career school sector, which is made up of individuals like myself and like you who are watching this video, understand that it is all about the students. And a good friend of mine said to me a long, long time ago, he said, if you take care of the students will take care of you. And that has been absolutely true. Every day in my life, I have the opportunity to meet graduates. I have the opportunity to meet families of graduates. In fact, last week I was at my ophthalmologist, and the assistant to the ophthalmologist said, Dr. Keiser, my brother graduated from your school in 1994 when you were at Keiser College. He said he started with his associate degree, and at that time we had an agreement with NYIT, and he went on and got his bachelor's and got his master's, and today works for a very large company as head of their information management systems, and has been extraordinarily successful in taking good care of his family. That's what makes me passionate.
What makes private career colleges important?
Private career colleges play a critical role in our economy and in the state of Florida where we live. As Governor Scott has determined, the cost of higher education is so high that it is important for individuals who want to go to college and want to go to school focus in on programs that will lead them to a successful career. The time of liberal arts is potentially passing as the costs have been driven up, and the cost of paying faculty and the cost of maintaining large campuses continue. Private career colleges meet a niche, and that is the adult learning student who either started at college or who decided that college was not for them, provides those students with a focused career education. It is important to remember that students learn in different ways, and the advantages of a private career college, of having small classes, of a focused curriculum, of industry-based faculty, pays dividends for those students who are serious about their educational endeavors.
Why do students choose private career colleges over less expensive public schools?
83% of our students work full-time. 68% of our students have dependents and family members. 48% of our students have spouses. And 67% of our students have been to a public university or community college before, and it didn't work for them. Private career colleges provide students with a very focused, specific education. In our case, we teach one course at a time. In our case, a student knows that when they start school, they'll be able to get the courses that they need within the time frame that they expect to get out, go to work, support their family, and move on in their lives, rather than a 4-year program taking 6 years or a 2-year program taking 4 years. They also choose our institutions because our classes are small, averaging 16 to 18 students at our institution. Students can find that they have a very specific and very focused learning environment, which makes it beneficial to them. They're not just a number that they get lost within their classes. When I taught at the University of Florida, we had 500 students in an American history class. It was impossible for me as the faculty member of record to be able to provide the students with the necessary personal attention. Our adult learners tend to focus on the education. They tend to be very demanding. And in a small class of 16 to 18 students, the students can get a great deal of value. By choosing private career colleges and universities, are able to take the courses that they need and they want. Rarely does a student come to our university or to our college to say, I'm not sure what I want to do. I'm just going to spend the 4 years trying to figure it out. Our students tend to know exactly what they want. They don't have time to waste, and they move directly into their field of study. That's critically important to the adult learner who has those families, that has those responsibilities, who can't afford to just look for the next party.
What do you see as the future for private career education?
Even though the last 8 years have been difficult for private career education, I believe the future is very bright. I believe that we are the most economical form of higher education. And what I mean by that is, even though the public universities and community colleges cost less to the students, their overall cost, the cost of operation, the cost of their facilities, the cost of their faculty, the cost of and the expense of the public universities and community colleges are very, very high. And the efficiency of private career colleges and universities allow us to be very competitive into the future. In addition, our ability to change, our ability to innovate, such as in the case of online education, where online was designed by the private career college sector, used effectively for the past 20 years, and only till recently that the public universities and community colleges have been able to adapt to those new methods of education. And I believe in terms of competency-based education and other innovative forms, the private career sector will lead the way.
What is your passion for career college education?
It is significant in that it's hard to believe that we as leaders, school owners, each day wake up in the morning and we go out and we compete against the government. We compete against institutions that are highly subsidized. Yet each day our students make a choice to come to our institutions. And I believe that choice that those students make are the right ones that will ultimately make it beneficial. A staff member of mine who is enrolled in a master's program at a public university was talking to me about the concerns that she had and that the faculty members were not engaged in the online educational process. At a private career college, students are much more demanding of the fact that our education is valuable and worthwhile to them, or they will stop paying or they will stop going. And it is really critical that we in the private career school sector continue to focus on the needs of the students, continue to focus on bettering our educational process, innovating, and becoming more effective. And I believe that's what continues to drive me to stay in the sector, to stay working after 40 years every day, working with students, working with faculty, working with staff, to continue to serve these students in the most effective way to reach their goals and objectives. That's the passion I feel.